Angel Reese's flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark quickly became one of the most talked about moments in basketball. The incident sparked widespread debate, with some critics accusing Reese of acting out of jealousy or frustration. However, Reese has stood by her actions, insisting that she did nothing wrong.
Can you kind of, in the flagrant, did you feel like that?
The basketball play.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was the appropriate call or?
It's a basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. So.
But it did look at it like you were going for it.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball. Like, y'all gonna play that clip, 20 times before Monday?
Angel Reese wasn't content to leave it at that. It was clear she felt frustrated with how the media portrayed Caitlin Clark. On top of that, Reese reportedly took issue with the officiating, believing the referees were giving Clark favorable treatment.
I think we went up really strong a lot of times and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back at looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can, I'm still proud of Camille.
Caitlin Clark finished the game with 23 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds, leading the Indiana Fever to their first winning streak of the season. Angel Reese also delivered a strong performance, recording 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists, even while dealing with foul trouble. These two stars have become must-watch television. Their intense matchups in college were among the most viewed games in women's basketball history, and that excitement has carried over to the WNBA. The showdown between the Fever and the Chicago Sky became the most-watched WNBA game on any network in 23 years. The last time the league drew numbers like that, Clark and Reese hadn't even been born. That's why Reese's flagrant foul on Clark sparked so much attention. With so many eyes on the game, fans formed strong opinions, many disagreeing with Reese's perspective. Sports commentator Skip Bayless was particularly critical. He argued that the play wasn't a legitimate basketball move and even went as far as calling Reese bitter.
So now I listen to her post games, and yeah, she's become the villain. I don't think she wants to be the villain, but she's become the protagonist, the opposite. She's the
instigator.
She's the instigator.
100%.
Her post games reek a little bit of jealousy and bitterness. That's how it comes across.
While Paul Pierce took a different stance than Skip Bayless, he appeared to suggest that Caitlin Clark may have gotten under Angel Reese's skin. Pierce seemed to imply that Reese's frustration, possibly tied to Clark's performance, played a role in her committing the flagrant foul on Clark.
She didn't get the call. She out there like Luka Doncic. No, seriously, she was. She just looking at the ref, throwing her hands up, and she was a little frustrated for the simple fact she wasn't getting the call and for the simple fact that her team's not doing well this year. But, you know, she's playing. She's being herself.
But if you ask Caitlin Clark, she appears to have nothing but respect for Angel Reese, making it clear that she values the competition and holds no personal animosity.
I think, what she's done with her platform has been absolutely incredible. I've played her for a very long time, and she's been a tremendous player. So, it's been fun getting to compete against. I think it's been really good for the game.
It appears that Caitlin Clark isn't fazed by the criticism she's received from some WNBA players. Instead, she continues to stay composed and focus on her game, a trait many consider a sign of true greatness. While some critics have labeled Angel Reese a dirty player for the hit on Clark, others strongly disagree. Andrea Carter of ESPN, for example, stated that she didn't see anything wrong with Reese's actions.
Obviously, it was a basketball play. I mean, that was the one thing, going back to the Kennedy Carter foul, what was the one thing we were all going crazy over was that was not a basketball play.
Yeah.
Those plays, going for a block shot, clipping somebody in the head, Asia Wilson's gotten scratched across the face, Skylar Diggins-Smith's gotten elbowed in the mouth. Like, it's a physical league. Nothing comes easy.
Another person who appeared to share the same view as Andrea Carter is Stephen A. Smith. Known for his animated and often over-the-top opinions, Stephen Yes's calm and measured response to this situation may have surprised some fans.
Again, it's a basketball play. She can be upset about it, but it's a hit to the head, and that's what they're doing in this day and age.
The call was correct.
The call is correct. The game is a little bit different. That's number one. Number two, I also think to some degree they're looking for something from Angel Reese.
Stephen A. Smith suggested that the media may be trying to manufacture a rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese because their names together generate major headlines. However, He implied that reporters likely won't get the dramatic feud they're hoping for, especially since Clark herself appeared to side with Reese on the situation rather than escalate the controversy.
When you get flagrant foul by Angel Reese, what's going through your mind and how you just stay within yourself to finish the game?
What's going through my mind is I need to make these 2 free throws. That's all I'm thinking about. It's just a part of basketball. It is what it is. She's trying to make a play on the ball and get the block. But yeah, I mean, it happened.
Another figure who defended Angel Reese during the controversy was WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops. According to Swoops, Reese didn't do anything wrong, and the play in question was simply part of normal basketball competition.
And I think what people are doing or saying when it comes to Angel Reese, when it comes to Kennedy Carter, when it comes to the Chicago Sky, I think it's coming from people who don't really know the game and don't understand basketball.
However, Cheryl Swoops' Caitlin Clark would be able to dominate the WNBA the same way she did in college. Interestingly, the NBA community's response to the situation has been notable. As a somewhat neutral third party, they've been able to recognize that Clark may be facing unfair treatment from some WNBA veterans. In fact, Charles Barkley went on television urging people to leave Clark alone, defending her from undue criticism.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters.
However, Barkley's defense of Caitlin Clark may have backfired. Following his comments, Clark has faced even tougher defense on the court, and several players have publicly pushed back against Barkley's remarks. To be fair, many of these players are WNBA greats who have contributed significantly to the growth of the league. Clark, however, happens to be a generational talent capable of taking the game to another level. Looking back at Skip Bayless's point, it's clear that Clark receives a huge share of credit for the WNBA's recent surge in popularity, which may lead some players to feel jealous or bitter, including Angel Reese. Reese, however, has made it clear that she also sees herself as a key part of the league's growth and success.
And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game.
Meanwhile, Jeff Teague addressed the situation on his podcast, stating that many WNBA players are openly showing animosity toward Caitlin Clark, despite the fact that she is elevating the entire game of basketball with her talent and performance.
Caitlin Clark, it's like what the people say afterwards, like, shorty, like, what she do good, just shoot threes? It's like, nah, nigga, she got y'all charter jets.
Nah, that's facts, bro.
She got eyeballs on y'all game. Like, what are you talking about? But you know it's real hate. Like, that's a real hate moment, bro. Like, you just really
17,000 people at the game yesterday, bro.
And listen,
at 10:30 in the morning.
However, Caitlin Clark has remained composed throughout all the controversy. She continues to demonstrate that she thrives under the spotlight and is willing to endure any challenge to help her team succeed. The fact that no other WNBA players have been able to rattle her or get under her skin is a clear sign that she is truly built for this.